The grand chamber of the Galactic Council echoed with laughter when the human girl entered. She was small, unarmed, and walked with a quiet confidence that seemed entirely out of place. At her side trotted a squat, strange animal. Its fur was rough, its posture low to the ground. The aliens, towering figures of immense power, had demanded a pet from Earth for a cultural exchange. They expected a display of weakness, a symbol of humanity's insignificance. What they saw confirmed their prejudice. The creature sniffed the air, scratched idly at the polished floor. It had no vibrant color patterns, no visible natural weapons like claws or horns. The council delegates began to mock openly. One, a being of crystalline structure, remarked that the animal looked broken. Another, a reptilian dignitary, sneered that it surely wouldn't survive a single cycle outside its cage. Throughout all of this, the human girl said nothing. She simply rested her hand on the animal's back, a silent gesture of connection. The creature leaned into her touch and waited patiently. The alien leader, a towering figure clad in ceremonial armor, stepped forward. His laughter was the loudest, a booming sound that filled the hall with contempt. He ordered his guards to approach and test the human's pet. 2 guards advanced, their shock staffs crackling with energy. The animal lifted its head, its dark, beady eyes locked onto the nearest guard. In an instant, its entire posture changed. The casual, almost lazy stance vanished, replaced by coiled tension. Muscle tightened beneath scarred skin, a promise of violence barely contained. The guards, sensing nothing, struck first. Arcs of blue energy lashed across the animal's body. It didn't retreat. It didn't even cry out. Instead, it lunged forward with explosive, impossible force. The nearest guard fell with a scream of pure terror as his armored leg was caught in crushing jaws. The animal didn't release. It shook its head once, a brutal, definitive motion, and let the mangled body drop. Absolute silence descended upon the chamber. The leader, his face now a mask of fury and disbelief, shouted orders. The remaining guards, now a dozen strong, charged as one. The animal met them. Head down, it moved low and fast, a blur of fur and fury, biting and tearing with brutal efficiency. Energy weapons struck its hide again and again, leaving smoking marks but failing to slow it down. One guard, his nerve breaking, tried to flee. The animal was on him in a flash, catching his ankle and pulling him down. The wet, cracking sound that followed ended any further thoughts of escape. The leader took a step back, his arrogance evaporating like mist. He raised his personal energy weapon, a military-grade blaster, and fired directly at the creature. The shot hit it squarely in the chest. For half a second, it slowed, staggering from the impact. Then, it charged. The leader turned to run. He didn't make it 2 steps. The animal slammed into him, driving him to the floor with the force of a battering ram. The sound of cracking armor and failing bones filled the silent hole. The leader screamed once, a short, sharp sound, and then went still. The animal stood over the broken body, its breathing heavy, blood staining its face. But it didn't continue the attack. It simply waited, a sentinel of destruction. The girl walked forward, her footsteps the only sound in the vast room. She placed her hand on the animal's head. Instantly, the creature relaxed. It stepped back from the corpse and sat calmly beside her, as if nothing had happened. No one spoke, no one dared to move. Finally, the girl addressed the terrified council. She said this animal was called a honey badger. It wasn't large, or particularly fast, or impressive by any visual standard. But on Earth, she explained, it was known for one singular, terrifying trait. It does not quit. She told him that pain does not deter it. Fear does not stop it. The size of its opponent does not matter to it. When threatened, it commits fully and without reservation until the threat is gone. The council understood, far too late. This had never been a pet. It had been a warning. The remaining guards lowered their weapons. Medical teams made no move toward their fallen leader. A decision had been made in the silence. The human girl turned and left the chamber, the honey badger trotting faithfully at her side. It didn't look back. Laughter never returned to that hall. The official record of the event was immediately classified at the highest level. Earth was quietly removed from the list of harmless, exploitable species. The lesson was simple, and it was permanent. Never, ever judge a threat by its size. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more.